Welcome to Start Your Podcast Now. I am Paul the Podcast Guy, and this is the podcast where I take my years of radio and PR experience and turn them into advice for you on starting your own podcast. So if you have any questions for me, if you want a bite of my tuna salad on rye, or if you want one of my French fries without me batting your hand away, just email me at paul@paulthepodcastguy.com. And this week's show is brought to you by Obsession. Not a new Calvin Klein scent. Literally, this podcast is brought to you by the concept of obsession. Obsession, when insanity is a notch too high. Try Obsession today. You won't be able to stop. And to begin the show, as always, we venture into the bottomless pit of topics. Gosh, this thing is deep. All right, here we go. Okay, today's topic is... Oh, cool. We haven't delved into this yet. We're going to be discussing different podcast platforms that you can use to host your podcast. You know, it can be tough choosing between the various services out there, but I believe in today's inspirational quote that doesn't suck, which is from Ralph Waldo Emerson. He says that once you've made a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. And I believe him. You know, once you make that decision and you plow forward, I think you're really going to be happy with your decision. There aren't a lot of differences between the various platforms that are really going to make a huge difference on your life, but there are enough differences that I think it's worth delving into and showing you which ones might give you the best bang for your buck, which ones might give you the most options. Some of them might be a make or break, or maybe it's just 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But we're not going to know until we delve into them. And today I'm going to be comparing 9 different platforms that you can use to start podcasting today. Number 1. Blueberry. Blueberry is one of the biggest names in podcasting, and they have great WordPress support if you're doing a website too. Their smallest package is $12 per month and is a great place to start. It comes with 100 megs of storage space, which if you're doing short 10-minute podcasts and uploading them as MP3s, is not going to take up a lot of room very quickly. This, by the way, is why it's a good idea to sync to iTunes, because your older podcasts will start to get archived if you have a lower level package. Once you step up to the next package, they'll support video podcasts, and your storage goes up to 250 megs per month. Keep in mind when choosing storage that you have to factor in that you're going to be uploading graphics too. Number 2. Libsyn. This is actually the service I went with. They have a long history in podcasting, are very stable, and some of the biggest names in podcasting, such as WTF with Mark Maron, are hosted on Libsyn. I do the $15 a month package because I wanted to have the 250 meg storage and access to basic stats. They also provide a podcast page, an RSS feed, and a media player all built into the package. When you pay more, you get more storage, better stat analysis, and the option of a custom mobile app. Number 3. Podbean. If you do a lot of long podcasts, this is a great place to go. They have a $9 a month plan with unlimited storage space. If you jump to the $29 a month plan, you get video thrown in too. If you're doing video, this is fantastic because video will eat up a lot of storage space really quickly, and that unlimited storage space is going to be really nice. You also get your own podcast site, RSS, iTunes support, and themes for your podcast site. Once you pay more, you can get custom designs and even entry into their monetization features and even the ability to have multiple channels. But the coolest part is a free package with 5 hours of storage space. It ain't fancy, but it's free. Number 4. SoundCloud. This is one of the older names in podcasting and has been a popular podcasting platform for some time. Interesting because it's really geared around music, but it's got a free option, your tracks are super easy to find on Google, and when you step up to the $12 a month option called Pro Unlimited, you get unlimited storage space. Another cool feature is the ability to replace audio without affecting your stats. So if you want to change something out on a podcast you've already done for some reason, like you made a mistake in one of your podcasts, you can fix it and re-upload it without changing your stats on that particular podcast. Number 5. Castos. Castos is a relative newcomer, but it has some seriously good features. They have a free 2-week trial, and if you sign up for an annual plan, you get 2 months for free. Their cheapest plan for audio podcasting is $19 a month, which sounds steep, but you do get unlimited storage and unlimited episodes. Plus, you get to personalize your podcast website. If you're going to do the second package, they'll even republish your audio podcast as video to YouTube. Number 6. Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout has a free option, which is cool, but keep in mind your audio is only hosted for 90 days and there are no overages allowed, so your 2 hours per month may feel a little restrictive. But bump up to any of the paid plans and you've got unlimited storage. Now, you still have a cap on how much you can upload during a month, but you can pay for any overage and your audio is hosted indefinitely. Plus, if you go to the paid plans, they won't insert any ads, which will happen with your free plan. Think of it like those free websites or blogs that have banner ads. Free has a price. Number 7, Omni Studio. Now, I'm never crazy about platforms that don't advertise costs up front, and Omni Studio does not. They want to have a conversation with you and tailor your package specifically for you. I will say that I have never heard any horror stories of people being talked into features they didn't need and paying too much, but I'm a simple guy, I like comparison charts. Still, a little digging reveals that most people are paying $9 a month. The really cool thing is that for radio stations, they have an auto capture feature that will automatically podcast your shows. Plus, Omni Studio has a built-in audio editor, so you can modify audio after the fact from any computer. Number 8, Simplecast. Now this is truth in advertising. They have a $12 a month package, and that's it. Easy breezy. There's unlimited storage and bandwidth, a built-in player, and easy-to-read metrics. Plus, you've got a 2-week trial offer. If you get decision fatigue easily, I'd suggest Simplecast. Number 9, YouTube. No, it's not specifically a podcasting platform, but there are some very good reasons you should consider uploading your podcast straight to YouTube. It's free, it's owned by Google, so your Gmail is already linked to your channel, and your videos show up easily in Google searches. And everyone's phone easily goes to YouTube and plays videos. Yes, you have to turn your audio into a video, but that's just an opportunity to put your logo, your social media tags, your website, and all that info that you want people to know in a static graphic. Plus, if you want to do video, it's a natural transition. Views are seen by everyone, metrics are built in, and they even have editing options on videos after they're uploaded. The downside is, well, all the problems you've heard about with YouTube lately, like pages getting taken down due to copyright issues and monetization headaches, but it is the most visible and accessed platform for videos available right now. Of course, this is by no means a completely comprehensive list, but I've tried to distill it down to a few that would really work for you. And if you want more help in finding out what service is right for you, you can always email me at paul@paulthepodcastguy.com. And as always, to end the show, we're going to play some podcast roulette to figure out what you should be listening to this coming week. So I'm going to spin the ball here, see where it lands in the roulette wheel. Where's it gonna... Oh! Okay, really cool one. Motley Fool. I love this show. Motley Fool Money is one of those things. It's a radio show where it's transferred over to a podcast, kind of like the Dave Ramsey show is really popular in the iTunes charts, even though it's actually a radio show. But the cool thing about Motley Fool is it's a bunch of guys who talk money, but they make it really interesting for the average person. They have a lot of really good interviews. In fact, one of the first shows I listened to, they had Rick from Pawn Stars on. It was a really, really cool show. In fact, it used to be on my home station, News Radio 1620, where I used to work. And I really love this one. Great download if you want some good money advice. Highly recommend that you take a listen to it. Easy to find, too. Just fool.com. That's FOOL.com. And that's it for today's show. I'll be back next week with another podcast, 7 a.m. Central on Tuesday. Again, find me on social media, Paul the Podcast Guy. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can always email me at paul@paulthepodcastguy.com, and you can go to my website, paulthepodcastguy.com. Until next time, start your podcast now.